If you have not tasted Ewa Agoyin before, or you don't know how to make Ewa Agoyin, amazing early morning street food in Lagos.
Foodies and sauce.
We'll start by rinsing the beans. I have water in my pot and I'll get the beans now. Now you might be wondering why I have this much water in here. Is because this beans has to cook till it's very, very soft. And one thing you must know when cooking beans, please, for starters, do not add salt to your beans from the beginning, or else you'll spend a longer time cooking it. You have to cook your beans without salt from the beginning, when it's soft, before you add the salt. Don't ask me why. That was what my grandmother taught me. My mother said the same thing. All the women in my area, they said the same thing. So that is the reason why you don't add salt, because it will take a longer time. So onions, cover. I'm going to soak the pepper in water because I'm using dry pepper. I can also add some fresh pepper, but I think I should just use this dry chili pepper. This is like the original Agoyin sauce. They use this dry chili pepper. Now all I'm doing is just to rehydrate the pepper. Pepper is dried to preserve it. And when you want to cook with it, you can just blend it dry and cook with it. But for this sauce, you have to hydrate it. And hydrating means you just add some water for it to freshen up a bit. And then I'll cut my fish for frying so we can set this aside till it's time to eat. Sprinkle some salt on the fish, and I'll also be adding some pepper, using white pepper. Then we'll fry. Some oil to the pan to fry the fish. Okay, so the fish is ready, cooked, browned. I'll remove it from the oil. So I'll allow this fish rest, and then we will blend the pepper. After chopping the onions, I'll chop the onions first. Okay. So that's ready. The next thing I'm going to do now is start caramelizing the onions. I'm going to add the palm oil now. You have to be very generous with your palm oil when it comes to this sauce, because you really want to see that oil on top of the sauce. Yep. I'll allow that heat up before I add the onions. I'm adding some salt to that. Then the onions. This is about 5 bulbs of onions. And I'm caramelizing everything. Palm oil and onions are a match made in heaven. Smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to allow it to keep cooking. I'll stir it from time to time so it doesn't burn before I add the pepper. Our beans is ready. So I opened it, I checked it, it's soft now. But it's just remaining a little bit of water for it to dry. It will be a good time for me to add the salt, just in a bit. After I finish blending this, so I'll add salt to that beans because it's soft now. My hydrated pepper. Be very careful, especially when it comes to this water. Now, some people may use hot water to hydrate this, but I just didn't want to be sneezing because this is an enclosed kitchen. So if you want to hydrate it quickly, you can use hot water. But if you have time, because I had enough time, cook the beans first, you can use cold water to hydrate. I'll add 2 cloves of garlic and a thumb of ginger. I'll add some water. That's it. Done. Okay? I'll stir on my onions again before I pour the pepper. Alright, so some of you swear by not seasoning beans, but I like to season beans with both salt and chicken seasoning cubes. Now it's your preference. If you do not want to season it with chicken seasoning cubes, your business, okay? Now this is a very, very large pot of beans. Some of you also say you add sugar to your beans. It's fine, as long as you can eat it. Season it anyhow that you like. It's soft, it's cooked, it's tasty, like very, very tasty. That onions, the salt, the seasoning is working well. So I'm just going to cover it and allow that water dry out. At this point, I'll add the pepper. Now we are going to allow it to cook, and we'll keep stirring till we get that caramelized pepper onions color. Very dry. It has to be dry. This beans is ready now. I've turned it off. I'll just mash it a bit with my spoon. It's very soft now. That's it. Well mashed. Your beans should be like this, mashed like this. Okay. So that's ready, and it's tasty too. The pepper, I'll give it a bit more time. You just keep stirring on it till you see that the pepper is very dry. At this point, I'll begin to cut my plantain for frying. Just before I start with the plantain, I have just seasoned the sauce, the Ewa Agoyin sauce, with some seasoning cubes and salt. Alright guys, so at this point our Ewa Agoyin sauce is ready. You can see it's dark now. You need this dark color. If you use bleach palm oil, it will be darker than this. So if you want it darker, you use bleach palm oil. I did not bleach my oil. I just heat that palm oil up, but you have to cook it till it's really, really caramelized and it's like, you know, looking a bit syrupy. You know, that sugars in the onions, the pepper, it's out. So this is good. This is a fantastic consistency. This is just amazing. Season to your taste. Don't over season it because I've seasoned the beans as well. And with this, I say this is ready. I'll just start frying the plantain now. Now, do you like to salt your plantain? For me, either way goes, but I prefer to fry first, then salt. Okay guys, the plantain is ready, and generally our food done. Plantain is ready, beans is ready, and our Ewa Agoyin sauce is ready. Time to pack it, and we're sending it to our follower today, Hamza. Yeah, so Hamza is getting our box. The chilled Coca-Cola, let me get it because it's going into the box too. Alright, so it's time to send out our Coca-Cola box, and I am sending this to Hamza. who's a follower of the show. So this goes in, and just before then I have a cookbook here. So I put the cookbook in here. It's a Coca-Cola cookbook and 1 Coca-Cola for him. I have a crinkle cutter, can go in. It's a gift from me. Cover that and send it to Hamza. Thank you, Coca-Cola. Meanwhile, I have just served myself some beans, so while I take this to the dispatch, I'll come back and eat my own. My love for Agoyin beans is like 100% and 1. And trust me, I have not seen one person yet who doesn't really like Agoyin. 100. Now, are you team Agoyin beans with plantain or team Agoyin beans with bread? This is like how it's traditionally eaten, with bread, but it's also very good with plantain. So anyone you want to do, it's fine. So let me know. Amazing. Amazing early morning street food in Lagos. So good. So good. Now for some refreshing Coca-Cola. That's so refreshing, guys. Amazing.
Thank you, Coca-Cola. Thank you, Foodies and Spice, for the awesome package. Thank you so much.
If you like this video, please give me a thumb up, share and comment. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click on the subscribe button and notification bell to enjoy more of my recipes.